Dobrý podvečer, dámy a páni. Dovolte mi, aby sme začali. Please let me introduce our dear guests, Dr. Huseyin Ataol, who is a chairman of Turkish-Slovak Chamber of Commerce, who is the organizer of this meeting, and Mr. Kenneth, who is a director partner KPMG Slovakia. And I will let both of them to tell you a couple of words about themselves, and then I will ask them a couple of questions. So, who wants to start?
KPMG has been operating for over 20 years here in Slovakia, and we've been working with foreign direct investment coming into the country from many different countries. So we're very happy to be here today, and in cooperation with the Turkish Chamber of Commerce, we have produced a investment in Slovakia which has been put into the Turkish language and is available for all Turkish investors and will be distributed throughout Turkey as well. So we have copies of it here for anybody that may be interested.
Takže pokúsim sa veľmi stručne urobiť krátky preklad predstavenia pána Kennetha Ryana, ktorý zastupuje spoločnosť KPMG Slovensko. KPMG je spoločnosť, ktorá sa už 20 rokov venuje rozvíjaniu investícií. Ich posledná aktivita súvisiaca práve s Turecko-slovenskou obchodnou komorou je vydanie publikácie, ktorú majú k dispozícii všetci tureckí perspektívni investori. A je k dispozícii aj tu. Ja len dodávam, že bola krstená minulý týždeň slávnostne v Istanbule, takže, a bola preložená do turečtiny, takže v prípade vášho záujmu je vám plne k dispozícii. Dr. Huseyin Ataol.
Distinguished guests, first of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming here. And I have brought you the warmest greetings of Turkish businessmen who have been in Slovakia many times, and who are also very keen to visit Slovakia in terms of business or in terms of touristic purposes. So, TUSOK, Turkish and Slovak Chamber of Commerce, I hope will be a good bridge between two countries, between Slovakia and Turkey, to build up some business relations, to build up some partnerships, to build up some friendships as well, because we have many common issues, many common cultures, and we have many common benefits in terms of business, in terms of touristic events, etc. Last week we had an event in Istanbul, and some of our Slovak friends from KPMG, Mr. Javorek from Foreign Affairs of Slovakia also attended. It was a great honor for us to welcome you in Istanbul. And we introduced our businessmen this small booklet, Invest in Slovakia, which was prepared in cooperation with KPMG and our cooperation TUSOK, Association TUSOK. Turkish businessmen are very interested to do something in Slovakia, because in comparison with other European countries, we know that Slovakia has some benefits to invest in terms of workmanship, in terms of transportation issues, in terms of real estate and the investment costs. So rather than investing in Austria or Germany or any other European country, we are trying to explain our friends in Turkey the benefits of doing business in Slovakia. So it was the first step for us to introduce Invest in Slovakia that, as I told you, we have prepared together with KPMG Slovakia. I would like to thank you and Mr. Lubos. This idea was created by him at the beginning. So now TUSOK has recently started to do some seminars, programs, receptions between two countries, both in Istanbul and in Bratislava. And these kinds of events will continue. And by time we will know each other better. By time we will know the benefits of doing business between two countries. And by means of such organizations, we will build a bridge between two lovely countries. Thank you very much.
Ďakujem pekne, tak skúsim zase trošičku stručnejšie, keďže na toto by som asi potreboval také pamäťové cvičenie. V prvom rade je tu pozdrav od tureckých biznismenov, vám všetkým, a predstavenie TUSOK ako organizácie. Pán doktor hovoril o tom, že, a zmienil to niekoľkokrát, že Turecko-slovenská obchodná komora má slúžiť ako most. Most, ktorý premosťuje nielen biznis, ale samozrejme aj priateľstvo a spoluprácu v širšom slova zmysle medzi Tureckom a Slovenskom. A ako taký má slúžiť na upevňovanie pozície tureckých podnikateľov na území Slovenska a prípadne aj opačne. Snažia sa im prostredníctvom práve Turecko-slovenskej obchodnej komory vysvetliť, prečo je zaujímavé investovať na Slovensku a v čom sú rozdiely pri investovaní na Slovensku oproti napríklad Rakúsku alebo Nemecku a aké má Slovensko komparatívne výhody. Pán doktor zmienil hneď niekoľko z nich a okrem iného teda to boli otázky nehnuteľnosti, zjednodušeného procesu investovania, ak si dobre pamätám, tak to boli aj otázky zdaňovania a tak ďalej a tak ďalej. Samozrejme, logistika tu zohráva veľmi dôležitú rolu, umiestnenie Slovenska v centre Európy a tak ďalej a tak ďalej. Takže toto je dôvod, prečo vznikla Turecko-slovenská obchodná komora a takisto bolo zmienené to, že minulý týždeň teda prebehla táto iniciatíva a bola tu spomenutá vďaka všetkým, ktorí sa na nej zúčastnili. Okay, if you don't mind, I will ask you a couple of questions. What the organizers prepare for me. So maybe if you don't mind to say a couple of words about the building industry in Turkey, and then I will ask you maybe about some advantages and disadvantages if it comes to the investment for these building industries in Slovakia.
Well, as you know, now Turkey has one of the largest construction industries in the world. After China, Turkey is the second biggest construction country in the world in terms of the contracts undertaken, in terms of the people involved in such business. Up to the end of 2000, let me give you some figures so you can understand the volume of construction in Turkey. Until the end of 2013, Turkish contractors have undertaken almost 6,500 projects in 94 different countries. And the total value of the contracts undertaken is $220 billion. Last year, the export of total export of Turkey was around $125 billion. We have our commercial attaché here. If I am mistaken, please correct me, Yeşim Hanım. 153. So 125 was the previous year, and we are expecting it to be around $500 billion within the 100th anniversary of foundation of our republic, which is 2023. We say inshallah in Turkish. We hope so. And the figures show that by the time we will manage to do this within 2023. And let me tell you the people involved in this business in Turkey. You know, Turkey is a big country with a population of 70 million people, almost 67 up to 70 million. Around 2.5 million people is currently directly doing construction business, locally or internationally. When the direct, you know that construction is a leading sector and it affects the other side sectors as well. when the direct and indirect impacts on other sectors are taken into account, the share of the construction sector in Turkish economy reaches 30% and the employment rate reaches 10% of the population, working population. So you can imagine how big industry it is. On the other hand, workmanship and quality in Turkish construction sector is very competitive, and now we say that Chinese quality and Chinese workmanship is second quality in comparison with Turkish workmanship and Turkish quality. Okay, Chinese construction sector offers maybe lower prices, but at the end it comes more expensive than it is. Let me tell you some construction figures in Turkey. That's the construction business already being undertaken in abroad. And we have many big construction companies doing real estate business in Turkey. And every year, for example, last year, there were 300,000 apartments sold all over the Turkey. Since the population is young and many people are getting married, so the demand for new apartments and new homes is a great figure. This year the construction companies inside the Turkey are expecting to sell 350,000 apartments. I will give you some figures about the prices because many foreign investors have recently started to do investment on real estate projects in Turkey. So it's a profitable business doing real estate, what we call it, doing new real estate projects on new areas. The figures, as I am coming from Istanbul, I will give you samples from Istanbul. The figures start per square meter in Istanbul, selling figures of apartments with high quality and high standards. Start from $3,000 per square meter, goes up to $10,000 per square meter. So, in comparison with the same cities like Paris, like London, like Berlin, the prices are still too cheap, believe me. And many European investors, many investors from Gulf countries are buying numbers of apartments, expecting that within 5 or 7 years the prices will be double. So, Istanbul is a big city with a population of 17 million people. And the area, land is very restricted. So, old buildings are being knocked down and new projects are being built in order to make high floor new apartments. So, I have tried to give you a frame about the construction business in Turkey, both internationally and locally. If you have specific questions, I'll be happy to answer them as well.
Ďakujem pekne. No, skúsim to zosumarizovať. Bolo tu pomerne veľa čísel, takže Turecko je druhý najväčší trh vo výstavbe na svete hneď po Číne. V roku 2013 bolo v Turecku dokončených 6500 projektov, alebo teda tureckými stavebnými spoločnosťami dokončených 6500 projektov v 94 krajinách s celkovým objemom 220 miliard amerických dolárov. 153 miliard amerických dolárov tvorí export Turecka, pričom sa očakáva, že v roku 2023 by to malo byť 500 miliard dolárov. Čísla ukazujú, že by sa to mohlo podariť, malo by to byť na teda z tej výročie vzniku Tureckej republiky. Keďže Turecko je veľká krajina so 70 miliónmi obyvateľov, treba povedať, že až 2,5 milióna obyvateľov pracuje v stavebníctve, čo je teda polovica Slovenskej republiky. A ak k tomu prirátame ešte vyvolané investície, tak je to ešte výrazne väčšie množstvo obyvateľstva. Pán doktor odhaduje, že až 10% zamestnanosti v Turecku je priamo viazaných na stavebný priemysel. Zmienil sa aj v súvislosti s kvalitou, ktorú poskytujú stavebné spoločnosti v Turecku. Porovnávali ju predovšetkým s Čínou, ktorá síce dokáže produkovať lacnejšie, avšak kvalita je podľa jeho názoru neporovnateľná. A v konečnom dôsledku, napriek tomu, že prvotná investícia je cez turecké spoločnosti vyššia, ukazuje sa ako výhodnejšia, pretože čínske spoločnosti síce produkujú lacnejšie, ale v konečnom dôsledku tá cena pri napríklad vyvolaných opravách je asi vyššia. Veľmi výnosný biznis aktuálne v Turecku, pochopiteľne pri tomto stavebnom búme je biznis s nehnuteľnosťami. Pre príklad uviedol mesto, v ktorom žije Istanbul, kde sa ceny pohybujú od 300 do 10 000 dolárov za meter štvorcový, čo je ešte stále výrazne lacnejšie ako napríklad v Londýne alebo Paríži, ale spomínal, že sa očakáva až takmer dvojnásobný nárast v najbližšom možnom čase, vzhľadom na to, že územie Istanbulu je limitované pochopiteľne a obyvateľov v tomto meste neustále pribúda, čo súvisí s veľmi priaznivou demografickou krivkou tejto krajiny, teda na rozdiel od krajín Európskej únie. Samozrejme, bude tu priestor ešte na otázky neskôr, ale ak dovolíte, prejdeme na otázku pre pána Ryana. Mr. Ryan, what can you say about the advantages to invest in Slovakia for the Turkish investors?
I think there's some big advantages coming into Slovakia. I think on the construction side, which I understand is one of the primary objectives here, is I think you just have to look at the infrastructure build that will happen in the next 10 years. I think it'll be one of the largest investments which has come into the country, and this will be happening. So I think whether it's roads, rail, energy, etc. So there's a huge opportunity. And from what I'm learning now in Turkey, there's lots of experience on that side. I think the other big advantage is just the geographical base and the fact that it's the euro here. So a lot of the FDI in the past has come in here and used it as a stepping stone, either into Western markets or even into further Central European markets, and the euro being the differentiator. The third one, which comes up all the time with the FDI coming in, is the workforce. It's Slovak people, and I'm working here for 17 years now. People are highly educated, extremely flexible, and also very open to working in different cultures. And personally, I think this comes because, relatively speaking, like Ireland, where I come from, it's a small country, so we're very open to working with other cultures. And this is a benefit when companies from larger countries come in, because the cultural differences can be bridged much easier. And I think last but not least, when FDI comes in, there will be people coming from the home country, in this case Turkey, and the quality of life for expatriates coming in here is very strong. Whether it's connections using either Bratislava or Vienna airport, or even a quality of life for education, etc. And these are differentiating factors when it comes to selecting, I think, a base for expansion. The market itself is 4 to 5 million people. It's not huge. However, within 1,000 kilometers, you have access to 600 million people. So when looked at as a geographic base, it's an extremely attractive location. That's a very short summary. It's all summarized in our booklet, which we're hoping all of the business people in Turkey will read. And certainly from our point of view, we're very happy to support in investors coming in to Slovakia.
Ďakujem veľmi pekne. Pán Ryan teda spomínal viacero dôležitých výhod, prečo by tureckí investori, a nielen tureckí samozrejme, mali prísť na Slovensko. Okrem iného hovoril to, čo sme už spomínali, že Slovensko je geograficky veľmi zaujímavá krajina. Takisto spomínal veľmi kvalitnú pracovnú silu, ktorá je podľa jeho názoru veľmi dobre vzdelaná, je flexibilná a dokáže byť veľmi otvorená iným kultúram, čo dnes považuje za mimoriadnu výhodu, komparatívnu výhodu. Napriek tomu, že Slovensko je relatívne malá krajina, v blízkosti do 1000 kilometrov žije 600 miliónov ľudí, čo takisto je veľmi dôležité pri rozhodovaní sa zahraničných investorov, pokiaľ ide o príchod na toto územie. Spomenul aj to, že oproti ostatným krajinám v regióne, kde sú tie podmienky viac menej porovnateľné, je jedno zo základných výhod používanie eura. Takisto, pokiaľ sa investori rozhodujú, v ktorej krajine by mali investície umiestniť, je z jeho pohľadu dôležité aj to, že na Slovensku je relatívne vysoká kvalita života. Pokiaľ ide o infraštruktúru, pokiaľ ide o vzdelávanie, myslím, že taktne nespomenul zdravotníctvo, ale toto je asi iná stránka veci. That's what I said. Ale dôležité je to, že všetko to podstatné sa dočítame v publikácii, o ktorej sme už hovorili a ktorá vám je plne k dispozícii. Takže ja by som prešiel ešte na takú spoločnú otázku, ktorú tu mám pripravenú pre oboch pánov. A keď už hovoríme o tej publikácii, tak otázka znie, čo očakávajú od tejto prvej turecko-slovenskej publikácie, alebo teda tureckej publikácie o investičných možnostiach na Slovensku. So there is a common question for both of you. What's your expectation if it comes to this booklet, investment booklet for Turkish investors coming to Slovakia?
Now, Turkish companies are looking for new destinations. For 10 years, in figures, let me give you some examples. In 2013, 21% of all the construction projects in Russian Federation was completed by Turkish construction companies. This was 18% of all the projects in Turkmenistan, 9.8% in Iraq, and 8.9% in Kazakhstan, total projects. Now, Turkish companies have a flexible structure. They can fit where they are located. And many of our businessmen friends doing construction business, doing manufacturing for construction materials, you will meet with one of them, Miss Emine, within 5 minutes. She is in manufacturing of some construction materials in Turkey and exporting to almost 40 different countries from Turkey. And now she is looking for a new destination, a new gate to Europe from Turkey. And many construction companies are also looking new destinations, like this can be sometimes Africa, and most of them are looking for European countries. But there are some advantages and at the same time disadvantages of doing construction business in European countries in terms of bureaucratic and tax issues, in terms of competition issues. We know that there are also very huge and competitive building sector and construction companies all over the Europe as well. But doing construction business in Russian Federation is no more interesting for Turkish construction companies. It's in the same in Central Asian countries as well. But they have to finalize their contracts they have undertaken within 5 years. They are also taking some new projects as well, but it hasn't become a profitable business as it was 5 years ago. For this reason, Turkish building and construction sectors are looking for new destinations and new projects in new areas. Therefore, Slovakia, as I told you at the beginning of my speech, is a good choice for them, and it was the beginning for us to show Turkish businessmen that doing business in Slovakia is rather easy. Slovakia, in terms of location and other advantages, is profitable than other European countries, and we are now trying to forward their attention to here in order to carry their business to Europe. It's a good gate. Slovakia is a good gate for other European countries as well. You have 4 neighbors: Poland, Hungary, Austria, Czech Republic, and Belarus. No, sorry, Ukraine. 5 neighbors as well. So if you start a business or doing something here, it is easily to contact to 5 different countries. You are automatically connected to 5 different countries. This is a very important benefit and advantage of the location of the country. Anything else in specific, Martin, you want me? Okay.
I think from our side, what we wanted to achieve with this was to put Slovakia on the map in Turkey. If there is a Turkish FDI coming in and they're looking for a location, so Slovakia is being considered. And the next step for us will be working with our colleagues in Turkey to actually prepare and invest in Turkey for the Slovak language, because I think it's a huge market, and Slovak companies can also be looking